On behalf of the class of 2018, we welcome you to our graduation ceremony.
A nombre de la clase de 2018, le damos la bienvenida a nuestra ceremonia de graduación.
At this time, all graduates and guests are asked to rise as our combined choirs, under the direction of Mr. Lucas Rovat-Statter, sing the Star-Spangled Banner, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
En este momento se les pide a todos los graduados invitados que se ponga de pie mientras nuestro grupo coral, bajo la dirección del señor Lucas, canta el himno nacional de Star Spangled Banner, seguido por la promesa de lealtad a los Estados Unidos de América.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Welcome, Pergolder family, to the 2018 graduation ceremony. My name is Maggie Zwicky, one of the assistant principals at East, and I'm so excited to be here with you tonight as we slow down and spend some time together to acknowledge and celebrate the amazing accomplishments of the young people here before us. On behalf of our entire leadership team, I would like to especially welcome parents, families, friends, and teachers who have shown up tonight and every day for the Eastside community and these students. We are grateful for your partnership in supporting our graduates in meeting and exceeding their high school goals. There are few times in life that loved ones gather for milestones like this one. Thank you for being here tonight. Graduating seniors, we want you to know that you will always be an important part of this Pergolder family, and you will always be our kids. When I look out at you now, however, you don't look too much like kids anymore. You are, in fact, young adults who undoubtedly will move forward to do bold and important things in true Eastside style. My hope is that you spend tonight reflecting on the persistence, grit, and hard work it took to become the East High School graduating class of 2018, and find some moments to thank those who have helped you along the way. It is my pleasure to now introduce a very special young lady, the senior class president, Jennifer Zhang.
Right, thank you. Good evening, family, friends, East staff, teachers, and most importantly, class of 2018. We are finally here. It is truly an honor to be speaking on behalf of the graduating students sitting before me, many of whom have been looking forward to this day for the longest time. Now, to be honest, having the opportunity to sum up the past 13 school years into a speech has been tough. Words do not serve much justice when it comes to describing the class of 2018. We are artists, athletes, nerds and hipsters, activists and revolutionaries, among many other things, and a mere speech cannot thoroughly cover what we've been through individually and as a class. Now that we are in our final moments of being high school students, I would like to share what I have personally observed and learned in high school. The members of the class of 2018 are beyond courageous and powerful. We have pulled all-nighters to complete our work. We have worked late-night shifts and don't get home until the late hours of the night. And we deal with many responsibilities at home, ranging from household chores to babysitting to being the family chauffeur. In addition, we've also developed our passions and interests, which have manifested in our artistic expressions. Our podcast, shout out to the Jarrett cast. In addition, many of our students have made outstanding video compilations, and they founded student associations dedicated to bettering our communities. The students sitting here today have managed to fit thousands of hours of work miraculously into 24-hour days. We have always found ways around a closed door, and we will continue to pay our way through hardship. And I commend you all for your dedication. From these experiences, I've learned the importance of being one's own biggest supporter. Your own support will be the greatest kind of support you will ever have, especially when it comes to advocating for yourself. In addition, I've also learned that it is okay to feel frustrated, hurt, confused, or even pressed. If you need to cry, then cry. If you need to scream to the world, then scream. If there's anything I have learned while memorizing terms and theorems and formulas, it's that it feels really good to just let those emotions release. Always keep an open mind and view the difficult situations in life as a learning opportunity. Most importantly, however, we, in addition to students all over the country, have shown the world how powerful students are. We've marched for Tony Robinson, for the Day Without Latinos, for human rights, and for gun control to save our students. Class of 2018, know that we are the future. The world is going to be in our hands. It is our inheritance as we step into adulthood. As the character Thaddeus Thatch from the film Atlantis: The Lost Empire said, our lives are remembered by the gifts we leave our children. By the next school year, we will be a part of many different programs. We will be in 2 or 4-year educational institutions, apprenticeships, in the Army, or working a full-time job. And as you build your life, wherever it is you go and whatever it is you do, I implore you to also build a world for future generations to flourish in. Challenge yourself and society. Experiment and explore life, because life is so finite and time is so short. However, although time flies, I encourage you to always pause and admire the little moments of life. I'd now like to thank East staff and teachers, specifically those who have greatly influenced us to be who we are today. Thank you for all the little things you do that makes East more unique, such as the Pinkie Pie mascot in the band room, the traveling pig in the math department, and the intense annual competitions between the world language and social studies departments during Spirit Week. Getting to know East staff has been one of the greatest parts of my high school career, and I have been fortunate enough to work with an East educator who once told me, a teacher's purpose is to share their knowledge. It is to excite students about learning. It is to help students see their world and themselves differently. Thank you, East staff and teachers, for sharing your wisdom, your experiences and life hacks, and for pushing and inspiring us to pursue our interests, and for helping us see the world and ourselves through different lenses. Next, I'd like to thank the friends and families who have supported us in every way possible. You have taught us the core values that we have as individuals today, and your unconditional love is priceless. Friends, families, and to the late loved ones who are here with us today in spirit, Words cannot thoroughly express our gratitude for having you in our lives. And finally, thank you, class of 2018. I am so grateful to have been able to grow with you. I cannot imagine how different my life would have been had I not been a part of this community. After we walk across the stage today, we will each embark on our own paths. And some of us may never walk the same paths again. And so I wish you all happiness, success, and the best of luck in your future. Congratulations, and thank you for everything.
People come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn. We are led to those who will help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. And I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you,
years. It somehow, simultaneously, seems that it would never end, and that it was over before we knew it. I've had the pleasure of representing the class of 2018 as their vice president for all 4 of those years. Within those 4 short years, I've made many friendships, most notably with Google, as I frantically tried to figure out the answers to a 12-page packet due next hour. I've had my heart broken by 4 and 20 when they were closed on those rough Monday mornings. I've grown apart from some, like my freshman wardrobe. I've grown closer to some, like my relationship with sleep deprivation and caffeine dependence. I've laughed through the times when all I've wanted to do is cry because a door handle fell off as I was trying to avoid an awkward social interaction. All of these weird but oddly relatable experiences have allowed us to grow together and have more inside jokes than we can count. Together, we have learned, never forgetting that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, and no matter how many times it happens, dropping a bowling ball out of a 3rd-floor window will never not be cool. But other than the random bits of knowledge that seem to be ingrained in our minds, we have learned so much more. We have learned that there is power in numbers. We have learned to stand up for our peers when injustices occur. We have learned that we are more than just a number and more than whatever box they try to confine us to. We leave now with so much more than we ever signed up for. We leave now with the characteristics to become active citizens within our communities. No matter where the future takes us, from the White House to center stage on Broadway to our own classrooms, we will always be one, the class of 2018. As the class of 2018, we choose a student speaker who represents the ideals we hold true. It's my pleasure to introduce the class of 2018 student speaker, Kari Woods.
Hey, y'all. The future belongs to those who believe there is power in the dreams that they withhold. As one of your fellow classmates, I have seen that that power has developed in all of you. Although we have done well with the beginning part of our lives, we still have so much more to do. Obstacles we have yet to face, and hills that may be unbearable to climb. We have worked hard, but now it's time to work even harder. We cannot stop striving for greatness. It has been a very bumpy ride for the class of 2018, but here are some lessons that'll make the next ride run a little smoother. To you, I give the ABCs of life. Appreciate the differences within others, because it would absolutely suck if we were all the same. Continue to pave the way for the younger people. We are all role models to be. Do not be afraid to say no. Consent is your given right. Execute your plans. Don't push them to the side and settle for, I'll get to it later. Focus on the beauty in your future, not on whatever ugly struggle you are facing right now. Go ahead, do your thing. The sky's the limit for you and me. H is for the highly educated person you have always been. Those standardized tests do not determine your greatness. I am somebody, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Believe that. Joy is something we feel when we allow ourselves to see the good in very tough situations. Kill them with kindness. Violence is not always the solution. Let them hate us hate while you continue to appreciate. Many people would love to be in your shoes, so don't take your privileges for granted. Nobody should be allowed to tell you who to be. Opposites attract, so don't judge a book by its cover. You never know who you're going to meet. People have the power to change the world. Just please be one of the many to do so. Queer people are people too, so if you can't accept that fact, hit the road, Jack. Remember that Black Lives Matter does not mean that your life doesn't matter. It just means that mine is just as equally worth living. yes to things that make you uncomfortable. This is the beginning of the rest of your life. Make this part count. Unplanned situations are bound to happen, but you are able to push through it. Voice your opinions, no matter what kind of reaction you think you might get because of doing so. We are young, wild, and free, so let's enjoy it while we can. X out the negativity and main sources of stress in your life. They don't matter anymore. You will have bad days. And Z, because sometimes things are hard to find in life, like a good word that starts with Z. So I leave you with this, a very famous quote from a very wise man who said, "Now they only say congratulations. Worked so hard, forgot how to vacation. And they ain't never had the dedication. People hate and said we changed, and look, we made it. Yeah, we made it. We made it, y'all. Thank you."
Mr. Kent Wanabo is the AP Literature and Composition teacher at East. He has taught in the Madison Metropolitan School District for 24 years, spending the past 20 at our school. Mr. Wanabo has described the past couple years as the best in his teaching career because he has been able to listen more and speak less, as well as spend more time connecting with different students and considering different styles of learning. As the class of 2018, we decided to elect Mr. Wanabo as the commencement speaker because of his investment in the education of his students, his promotion of an open and active learning environment, his encouragement of discussion between students, and the genuine care he has for each and every student who is lucky enough to walk through his door. Overall, I can best summarize Mr. Wannabo's impact on students, both as an English teacher and a role model in the building, with a quote I obtained from a student when she spoke about how he affected her high school career. He teaches good. Not to worry, she followed this statement with grammatically correct praise. It is my great honor and pleasure to introduce Mr. Wannabo as the commencement speaker for the class of 2018.
Dear class of 2018, to the class of hope and protest. One of my students this year, Jennifer Zhang, suggested that when this day came, I should just speak from the soul. So that's what I tried to do when I sat down to prepare this speech. And perhaps the most resounding thought that stuck with me was this one. The world could be a better place if better became better than the best. You see, when I think of how we evaluate the best, I think of test scores, medals, ribbons, trophies. We celebrate and recognize the best athletes, the best grade point, and the best schools. Best can be measured. But how well has that been working for us? I wonder if it became better to focus on being a better student than it was on being the best student, what might change? Maybe instead of worrying about how we can be the best, we change our focus to how we can become better. And of course, I'm not talking about making better than our top priority. We spend far too much time worrying about how we can be better than him or better than her or better than them. We could spend less time on better than and more time on what it means to be a better friend, or kindness, or forgiveness, or letting go. But better at first glance appears to be less than the best, right? There's good here, and there's better, and then there's best. So better is second place. But upon closer inspection, we might find that maybe persistently working on getting or being better could actually one day make us better than the best. I know we don't all think alike. What a terrifying place it would be if we did. But maybe as we move on to college or work or parenting, we might consider this. The world might be better if WNBA players were paid as much as NBA players. The world might be better if nobody ever noticed a thing when brown skin married white skin. The world might be better if our young women didn't have to fight to prove their worth and could expect and demand safe campuses, communities, and workplaces. Our country would be better if all borders were friendly and treated fellow travelers, immigrants, and refugees with the dignity and respect all we all deserve as human beings. Our country might be better if it ran like East High School, where all are welcome. Muslims have a safe prayer space. Gender identity is respected. There are real consequences for racist behavior, and we're valued as being part of and more than our gender, test scores, race, religion, creed, and socioeconomic status. And we would be so much better if we learned to treat our children as more than data points. Our city, Madison, is better when our voted representatives listen carefully to our superintendent. When our superintendent listens carefully to our principals. When our principals listen carefully to our teachers. And when our teachers and our parents listen carefully to our students, sons and daughters. They are why we are here and who we're paid and promised to protect, serve, and educate. And East High School might be better. East High School would be better with a dedicated, committed, and more active recruitment of minority teachers in the classroom. We may not be the world's definition of the best, but we are certainly at East High School better than the best. Some may argue with this, but that is because the outside doesn't get to see the goodness on the inside. Especially when the world we live in consistently proves itself to value the appearance of virtue over true virtue. We know better, don't we? I do not and have not wanted to teach anywhere else because while other schools may claim to be the best, I know without a doubt East High School is better. I'd like to conclude by reading a poem entitled Winter that I wrote many years ago when I was going to school here. And I wasn't too much older than you graduates are now. I wrote it as a young college student coping with heartbreak and loneliness, trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my future life, friends, and family who I hadn't met yet, while dreadfully missing the place and people of my past. In literature, winter is often seen as a quiet season, often representing sadness, pain and suffering, or even death. In class this year, we read and memorized a poem called The Snowman by Wallace Stevens. The speaker in The Snowman tells us that one must have a mind of winter in order to see things that others can't. It can be difficult in times of strife and conflict to see that a season of pain and hardship can actually teach us to see the difference between, as Stevens puts it, the nothing that is not there and the nothing that is. Our struggles teach us the wisdom to distinguish what matters from what does not. Finding and making a better way matters. I wrote the poem Winter, knowing that I was saying goodbye to my old friends, my old home, and the only family I'd ever known. But it also served as recognition that a new season was coming, and that I should prepare myself to be better for my future beloved, whom I hadn't met yet. Lisa, Brett, Bree, Bryn, and of course all of you. Before I read Winter to you, I just want to mention that another student of mine sitting in the front row, Gwyneth Alvarado, wanted me to read this poem to all of you in a Yoda voice. Did you catch that? Yoda voice, you know, like Star Wars, Yoda? But do that I will not. Winter. Our love is the pale glow of sun on the Fox River. The violet dusk barely warms the ice that has spread like Iceland moss and hardened the waves which nothing could restrain only months ago. Remnants of you jut out from memory's surface in chunks of rose quartz. But frost has fingered its way across the moisture behind my eyes, covering them with the white silk of December windows. Our long winter in Wisconsin is finally over, class of 2018. And I wish you the happiest of all summers because you deserve it. Go be 18. Class of 2018. Enjoy it. 18 doesn't last forever. And winter will come again. It will get cold out there. There may be tears from time to time. Every day will not be your best day. But seek out a better day and a better way, and do not lose faith. You are and always will be my hope for better. Hold on to your dreams, believe them, believe in yourselves and believe in each other. And go make the world better. We need you. And I know you will. And I will miss you the way I miss the pale glow of sun on the Fox River. But on those long summer days in the sunshine, I may even from time to time be nostalgic for the frost. Because without the frost, there is no white silk of December windows, and there are no snowmen and no snow women. And who better to teach us the difference between the nothing that is not there and the nothing that is than the cold, dark winter nights? Remember that you are all beautiful, and you are the light. You are the light on those cold, dark winter nights. And never forget the stars come out at night. Goodbye, stars. I will look up at the sky and think of you often. Happy graduation.
It's not fair following Mr. Wanabo. So I'm one of the luckiest people in this building. Every day I get to come to East High School and to get to learn from some amazing individuals. I've been blessed with the opportunity to interact with both the staff and the students on a daily basis. Today we are here to celebrate your graduation from high school. I want to take a few moments to remind you of a few things. Life Life is about to get much busier for you as you enter the next stage of your life. We are all busy, but sometimes we need to be reminded to slow down and just say thank you. We let people who have made our lives better walk around without knowing it. As adults, we need to get better at modeling this behavior. Every single one of you has been the catalyst as an inspiration to somebody. You've made someone's life better by something you said or something you've done. I have witnessed acts of generosity and kindness on a monumental scale, but I've also witnessed acts of grace and courage on an individual basis. And you know what I've learned over these last 3 years? They all matter. So I look around this room at people who have either achieved or you will achieve great things. And I offer this reminder: don't wait. Don't wait until you make your first $1 million. Don't wait to make your first $1 million to make a difference. If you have something to give, give it now. Serve food at a homeless shelter. Clean up a neighborhood park. Stand up for what you believe in. Be a mentor, or just be the difference. Superintendent Cheatham, Chief of Schools Fralin, Board Member Howard, I hereby certify that students before you, the Madison East Class of 2018, have met all of the requirements for graduation as set forth in the board policy, and they are ready to receive their high school diplomas from the Madison Metropolitan School District. It is with great pride that I present to you the Madison East High School Class of 2018.
Jennifer Zhang.
Emily Patzer.
Lily Anderson.
Madeline Ryder.
Tyla Hayes.
Eric E. Mansell Aleman.
Kari Woods.
Jocelyn Abarca.
Elsa Ackerman.
Rosalind Auger.
Isaiah Agnew.
Stephanie Alcantara Perez.
Gwyneth Alvarado.
Michael Balky.
Julieta Barajas.
Micah Barber.
Sare Bar.
Alexis Barrera.
Jesse Barron.
Bubakar Barrow.
Giselle Ayala.
Persephone Bates.
Sam Bauman.
Aaliyah Benford.
Nagua Beal.
Trey Benton.
Crosby Blake Leibowitz.
Eli Blakely.
Aiden J. Blakeman.
Liam Braddock.
Sheehan Brian Grace.
Deja Bridges.
I left my card on my seat.
Okay, you'll tell me.
Tiana Brown.
Morgan Buckby.
Quinn Buab. Fladija Burnett.
Cash Buskey.
Bryce Campbell.
Nathan Casey.
Storm Chetwood.
Tenzin Chuni.
Safiyatu Sise.
Lauren Clement.
Hayden Cohen.
Dakota Connor.
Ariana Connors.
Jayla Connors.
Madeline Conowal.
Akil Cooper.
Mia Corey.
Jacqueline Correa.
Caleb Cooey.
Emma Cruz.
Jeffrey Cruz.
Aiden Curtis.
Isabel Swick.
Kaylin Danick.
Amaya Kawe.
Akia Davis.
Quintarian Deshaun Danner.
Mr. Cortez Dobson.
Andrea Dominguez Ruiz.
Mariah Driver.
Sadie Dudley.
Anthony Duplay.
Abdul Salam Abraham.
Joy Abube.
Dejan Echoes McGee.
Trinity Edgerton.
Adriana Errett.
Jules Eicher.
Ryan Albee.
Lucas Ellenbolt.
Martin Engelhart.
Erica Esparza.
Emma Falk.
Layla Fauzi.
Arnold Farr.
Sean Ferris.
Justice Phillip.
Stephanie Florencio.
Lluvia Flores.
Isabella Flory.
Maishela Friedel.
Colton Gona.
Jasmine Garcia.
Justin Garza.
Noah Jehan.
Henry Gibson.
Ethan Gilmore.
Jose Gomez Castellanos.
Christy Gonzalez.
Nelly Gonzalez.
Sierra Gaucher.
Marcus Graham.
Owen Graham.
Fletcher Hackbert.
Savannah Halverson.
Marshia Hamilton.
Tatoria Hammond Carter.
Ben Handel Kutz.
Lila Hansen.
John Hardick.
Jamara Harris.
Shayla Hatchett.
Maya Harrison Jones.
Angeli Herr.
Maya Hurd.
Chad Hernandez.
Janisha Hill.
Ata Hinawi.
Jane Hobson.
Aaron Howard.
Daisy Huerta.
Siti Haidara.
D'Angelo Jackson.
Aminata Jame.
Kajali Jame.
Sydney Jan.
Tahira Janto.
Demarcus Janis.
Cedar Johnson.
Coleman Johnson.
Dedrick Johnson.
Diamond Johnson.
Jama Johnson.
Lucas Johnson.
Nick Johnson.
Sawyer Jones.
Sophie Jones.
Petra Youngblood.
Aaliyah Justice.
Keyshawn Justice.
Io Patricia Kading.
Nathan Castle.
Julian Kern Steffen.
Sydney Coe.
Quinn Koenig.
Michaela Kopczynski.
Taylor Chrysler.
Jared Long.
Mackenzie Langham.
Maria LaSavage.
Thuy Trang Le.
Jade LeBeau.
Michelle Ledesma Saron.
Elvin Lee.
Harley Lee.
Michelle Lee.
Olivia Lee.
Pahua Lee.
Panucci Lee.
Henry Lamcue.
Earl Lewis.
Destiny Lilly.
Shapur Lore.
Jonas Lusky Sanders.
Ashley Lyles.
Tessa Lynch.
Shanada Maduka.
Kaylin Merritz.
Sophie Mager.
Isabel Mansell.
Isatu Mane.
Ivan Marban.
Jeremy Margulies.
Sierra Martin.
I don't have a card, but it's Devin.
Evie Martinez.
Devin Mars.
Isabella Matheson.
Justine Matson.
Claire Mazik.
Casey McCabe.
Johnny McDaniel.
Maggie McGlenn.
Ryan McKenzie.
Sophia McLean.
Maurice Jenkins.
Morgan Merline.
Eliza Meyer.
Justin Milkey.
Alexis Miller.
Colleen Milligan.
Brittany Miranda.
Juan Montes.
Gilberto Morales Chavarria.
Jennifer Moreno.
Stephanie Moreno.
Eli Morocho.
Mandius Muckler.
Miranda Murphy.
Tenzin Namdu.
Declan Nashhold.
Suke Nadoy.
Riley Neckerman.
Suleiman Jai.
Lydia Miachio.
Michael Nyman.
Isabel Ocelot.
Monroe S. Odell.
Rachel Ojidele.
Henry Oglum.
Roman Olivas.
Ethan Olson.
Mwezi Palmer O'Malley.
Julia Paella.
Macy Page.
Jacob Pecan.
Brandon Pardo Patino.
Simon Pash.
Faith Patton.
Leah Shamay Patterson.
Shrivali Paulson Eilenfeld.
Makai Purdue.
Nicholas Perez.
Daniel Perez Rico.
Miguel Perez Pavio.
Courtney Persinger.
Candace Peterson.
Michaela Phillips.
Luis Pinheiro.
Lyric Poe.
Samuel Homarky Blake.
Linda Ponce Acevedo.
Hunter Pounders.
Ethan Price.
Elaine Quintanilla.
Brenda Viridiana Ramirez Trejo.
Stella Ramsey.
Sam Rudderman.
Brooks Reed.
Emerson Reed.
Sander Riet.
Nico Reyes.
Deja Reynolds.
Jabraylin Rice. Brett Richardson.
Alberto Rios Cruz.
Lucky Rivera.
Jordan Dakota Robinson.
Keelan Robinson.
Ryan Wilkie.
Aiden Romer.
Larry Ross III.
Tamar Ruben Calvert. Stella Sanford.
Sierra Sungari.
Boubacar Sane.
Mohammed Saneh.
Alex Sanikoff.
Ensa Sun Yang.
Bailey Sargent.
Sia Sar.
Eduardo Cicero Rojas.
Elijah Shane.
Isabel Scott Lance.
Kobe Seaborn.
Calista Shirley.
Lilith Sealing.
Bamba Silla.
Maya Sims.
Lydia Sims.
Caleb Smith.
Devontae James Smith.
Daquan Smith.
Marin Smith.
Trevon Smith.
Eamon Smith.
Garrett Smith.
Sophia Smith.
Eric Solache.
Lucy Soph.
Ivy Sordahl.
Ian Stahl.
Trevor Starr.
Nicholas Stevenson.
Jayana Stewart.
Blake Stout.
Ethan Straub.
Atticus Grant Sutherland Southern.
Zachary Swenson.
Bakari Tall.
Tyshawn Tate.
Jasmine Totten.
Joseph Terranova.
Antonio Tyromit.
Ashley Tao.
Kong Ming Tao.
Lu Tao.
Ashley Thomas.
Detrell Thompson.
Gorman Thompson.
Alec Tony.
Alex Thorson.
Sadie Thorson.
Byron Thunderland.
Tyree Toby.
Fernanda Torales.
Marie Trelevin.
Ariana Turner.
Lorenzo Turner.
Maurice Turner.
Lexi Von Loan.
Gino Vandenbroek.
Ha Na Vang.
Carlos Van Hook. Nicholas Van Ross.
Camelia Irene Vargas.
Vanessa Vasquez Galvez.
Destiny Vela.
John Henry Bierhoff.
Ian Fies.
Augie Voss.
Casey View.
Colin Wake.
Khalif Walker.
Davion Washington.
Bailey Wayne.
Jay Wayne.
Antoine Weathers.
Aiden Weaver.
Ludovic Wedge.
Devin White.
Skylar Wilborn.
Nicholas Wilcox.
Marissa Williamson.
Tenzin Wize.
Caitlin Wozniak.
Shinu Shang.
Panya Shang.
Sang Tong Zhang.
Brittany Yang.
Li Pao Yang.
Meili Yang.
Ariana Yarn.
Latavia Young.
Dren Zame.
Isaac Zaman.
Speaking like 200 beats a minute.
Graduates, please rise. The moving of the tassel simply represents one step in the process of completing our education, not the end to it. We all have more obstacles to conquer, more adventures to experience, and our education will continue for the rest of our lives. Please join me in moving the tassel from the right side to the left side, symbolizing the end of high school and the beginning of the rest of our lives. Congratulations, class of 2018. Graduates, please read along with us our senior farewell, which is found in the program.
Look to this day, for yesterday is but a dream, and tomorrow is only a vision. But today, well lived, makes every yesterday a dream of happiness, and every tomorrow a vision of hope.
At this time, we invite the Eastside community, along with our graduates, to join in singing our alma mater. The lyrics can be found in your program. I'm going to back up.
For DVD copies of this program, go to mmsd.tv and click on Video Order Form.